We are live, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me see. Let people get up in here first.
Are you live?
Yeah, it just said it. I'm pretty sure it did.
We are live. You see what I'm repping today,
Oh boy.
You see,
Oh,
Dr.
boy.
Omar. Dr. Omar personally sent me this.
I'm not allowed to comment on this. That dude's videos are funny as hell, though. Even though I'm not supposed to enjoy them.
I beg your pardon?
White man paperwork.
I want to use his memes so bad, but I'm like, I don't think I'm allowed to use it. I'm not trying to get backlash for a meme. I just like the way when somebody says something mildly sus and they're in the racial department and someone posts the video of him like staring.
Oh yeah.
with the Undertaker.
Hey, Jay used the one where he get on the phone.
Oh yeah.
All right. I think we good. I think we got 55 people in here. We got all right in the car. About 43 minutes late. But all right, what's going on, everybody, man? It is Pound for Pound, the podcast. We are back now. Unfortunately, we don't have the boy Bane. I mean, I think he OD'd on some howler head, man. So he's currently in a sleep coma, but he'll be back. But it's all good, man. We got me, JMMA, and the boy Cody Dank, man. And we have UFC this weekend. We got Cruz versus Cheeto Vera, the car of the main event. Now, I'm gonna start off with some fights. Me personally, that I am interested in. I know not everyone is going to be interested in. Obviously, the main event. I mean, Cruz. It's down to Cruz. Let's be honest, right? I'm obviously going Cruz in that one, but I know some of y'all gonna give me a hard time, bro. But I'm a fan of Cynthia Calvillo. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am a fan of Cynthia Calvillo, so I am actually excited to see her fight. If I can get you guys' thoughts on, that specific fight, we can start off with my boy Jay.
Jay is out cold,
all right.
so I take it away.
Go ahead.
No, I mean that fight. There's so many red flags that it's kind of tough. Like Cynthia Calvillo, obviously on a little bit of a skid right now, and then she did. Oh look, he's conscious. He was out cold at Shin the Dome virtually, but no. Cynthia Calvillo coming off a losing streak, and then she did, on people are going to give her a lot of shit because in her last fight, she did technically quit on her stool. But I personally, I try not to give fighters as much shit as a lot of people for that. It's like live to fight another day,
Right.
She wasn't going to get the takedown. She was gassed out, done. I mean, it is what it is. But Nina Nunes, man, she's coming off that layoff. She's obviously got a lot of other things going on in her life right now. And then also, had a couple of tough losses. But, I mean, you look at who they're against.
Right.
She gave Tatiana Suarez her probably most competitive fight, which is another person, man, I would love to see back. But, no, I get it. It is two girls who have been around for a while. I get why you're interested in the fight. But betting wise, not one I would bet for $1 million. I mean, if I was forced to bet it, I would take Nunes, just as because she's a big underdog, and I do think there's red flags on both sides. So Calvillo being such a favorite is kind of alarming. But I do have a little bit of money on the fight to go the distance. I don't think either girl's gonna get finished. What do you think, Jay?
I'm not gonna lie. Angela Hill. After not Tatiana Suarez. The what's the girl's name? Raquel Pennington's wife. Tisha Torres. Tisha Torres. I was like, I really don't want to see her fight anymore. I was like, I really don't care. If I'm being honest.
Well, we're talking about Nina Nunes and
versus
Cynthia
Calvillo.
I know. You brought up, and somebody brought up Angela Hill. That's all I was thinking.
Okay. Well,
I just
Angela
had to let
Hill,
that be
that fight with Lupita, I do think she's gonna probably get decisioned. But Lupita being such a big favorite, I don't know about that. But I'm guessing you don't. You know, you're a women's MMA hater, and I get it. Low level.
I'm not a hater. I am not
low
a hater.
level women's MMA. I don't love, but you know, just because my thing is, it's not even about it being men and women. I don't like low level women's MMA because I don't like watching low level flyweights and bantamweights. If I'm being real, if I want to see a low level fight, I want there to be a high percentage chance for a finish. And it's just stats. It's mathematics. Like, you can look it up right now. Low-level women's MMA is going to have the lowest chance of a finish. Unless there's an armbar from guard, there's almost no finishes. So if I'm going to watch a sloppy, low-level fight, I want to see, like, two middleweights that are just going to bang. No homo. But, any other fights on your radar for this one? Since Jay is women's MMA
I was gonna go over the Calvillo fight. I mean, Nina Nunes. If we're being honest, it's really not anything special.
Thanks for the elaborate breakdown.
Really not anything special. I like Calvillo in this, but like Cody said, I'm really not that interested in like low level women's MMA fights. And just for your information, Cody, Valentina Shevchenko is my third favorite fighter. So hey, just want to throw that out there. Well, go ahead.
Is the female GOAT, but
go ahead, bro.
Right. Next one is kind of a sleeper one, but kind of like pretty sure Cody. I feel like Cody is gonna like this one as well. It's the Bruno Silva versus Gerald Meerschaert. That fight there. Yeah. Personally, I would like to see Gerald Meerschaert get the dub, but I don't know. It's
gonna be tough. Or he's gonna be getting his ass beat until he win, and if he gets that submission.
Exactly.
Because there's really no other way he wins the fight. Like, I actually bet a little something on Meerschaert by sub plus 550 just because it's literally the only way he wins. Yeah. So why take him at like what, plus 250 or whatever he is, when you could just, the only way he's going to possibly win is Bruno, who's a black belt, but only loses his, my room's so elite back here. It wants to get in the way of my air quotes, but maybe I'll play a little song for you guys later. But Bruno Silva's probably going to chin him. We've seen Bruno Silva's power. That dude's, when he wins, it's going to be by knockout. And then, Gerald Meerschaert, he's either going to latch up some crazy sub after getting his ass whooped the whole time, or he's going to lose. I'm leaning Bruno Silva by knockout, but like I said, plus 550 for Meerschaert to snatch up a sub. I think there's value on that. Any other fights you're eyeing right now?
I mean, honestly, I would say because I don't want to call myself a casual, but I'm not as elite as you are with throwing these fighters. So honestly, right now, no. I mean, I see the Aspen Ladd and the Sarah McMahon fight fell through. Yeah. Unfortunately, I would like to see Aspen Ladd. I like her. She's tough as shit. But I mean, obviously, like I said before, the main event. But I would honestly, let me get you guys' answers on that one, your predictions. We can start with you, Cody.
I mean, dude, I get why Cheeto's the favorite. Like, he's got the momentum. He's coming into it like he's been looking better than ever. And I've always said 5-round fights are going to suit Cheeto well because he's somebody who always loses the first round and sometimes his first two, and that's why he loses these fights. And almost all his fights, he wins the third round. So, he's always someone that instead of falling off, he only, gains momentum, gains heat as the fight goes. I do feel like, though, man, Dominic Cruz 17-0 in non-title fights. Like, the amount of people I've seen on Twitter that are acting like this is an easy fight for Cheeto. Like, every time I've said anything about Cruz on Twitter, I'm literally getting spammed with like, you don't know shit, Cheeto, easy KO. And I'm like, yo, again, I get it. Cheeto's got the momentum. It's a momentum-based sport. He's if it was anybody else, not just the injuries, but just 37 alone at bantamweight, I say it all the time. If this was heavyweight, you'd be okay. But 37 at a division as low as bantamweight, whether it's men or women, you're pretty much getting to the end because the division at those lower speeds completely relies on your speed, athleticism, reflexes, and all that shit starts to go once you get up there. So that's why you see people at 35, they start going on a decline when it's like 145 and below. Even 155, once you get over to like once you get over like 36, 37, I mean, we saw what's going on with Tony. Obviously, injuries and damage and shit plays a toll too. But I mean, look at Dominic Cruz, all the injuries. That being said, it's like, he got caught in a fucking guillotine by Uriah Faber. He then avenged that loss twice, and he's proven he is the much better fighter than Uriah Faber. And I like Uriah, but it's just facts. And then what? He had a sketchy. I think Cejudo was going to win that fight. So, but that's Henry Cejudo. And people, just because he's cringe, just because we don't all like him, facts are facts. And Henry Cejudo, I don't know, maybe he's out of shape now, but the Henry Cejudo who beat Cruz was up there with Mighty Mouse, the best 135ers of all time. So it's like, people got to put some respect on Henry's name and act like, oh, he got knocked out by Henry. But what does that mean? Like, you talking about a dude that would destroy Cheeto? Like, I'm sorry, but he would dominate Cheeto 50-45. That's just facts, bro.
Yeah.
And so you got Dominic Cruz 17-0, the greatest bantamweight of all time. If there's someone in the chat who wants to give me an even close second, I'm all ears. But he beat TJ. He has more title defenses. He never popped for steroids. There's no argument. 3 strikes and you're out, bud. Like, TJ could never take that throne. And even if we took away the steroids thing, he's many wins behind Dominic Cruz. So Dominic Cruz is hands down the greatest bantamweight of all time. So fine, all I gotta say is I get why people are going with Cheeto, but minus 250 over the greatest bantamweight of all time. I get that one of these fights is gonna be the fight where we're like, oh damn, he fell off. But I haven't seen it yet, and I got to go with what I've seen with my own eyes. And so far, what I've seen is him go out there, and these are fights where people say, oh, shit, Dominic Cruz still got it. And even in the Pedro fight, people are like, oh, he got dropped. I'm like, all that did was prove how elite he is. Right. Dudes don't go out there, get dropped in the first round, come back and dominate. He got dropped, got up and won the last 12 minutes of the fight. That's elite shit. JMMA, Dominic Cruz by decision plus 300. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like Renan Barão pre TJ Dillashaw fight is probably the greatest bantamweight ever. I'm not gonna lie to you. 32 in a row. I'm just throwing that out there, but
you saw what I said.
I'm going Dom as well. I'm gonna be honest, bro. No one has really figured out the movement of Dom Cruz other than Cody and Cejudo.
Yeah,
those are literally like the only 2 people who like genuinely like figured it out. Because Cejudo actually caught Dom Cruz as he was like pivoting with a knee going down. So like outside of those 2 people, those was like the only people who actually like figured out the puzzle. This is my thing, and I watched the Rob fight a lot. I feel like a lot of people just like disregard what actually happened in that fight. Because if you go look at it, rounds 2, 3, and 4, Cheeto Vera was getting dominated. Literally and this is crazy. Literally about like 50 seconds left in every round. Cheeto just took over, overwhelmed Rob Font and then knocked him down and basically just stole those 3 rounds. If he doesn't drop Rob Font in those 3 rounds, he loses the fight. Because you can argue that Rob Font won the first, and then Cheeto obviously won the 5th. So I don't know. That's up for debate. But neither here or there. And also, he landed a strike record on Cheeto Vera's face. But I feel like Cheeto Vera's style is meant for point fighting. It's really not meant for, finishes and, just going berserk. And he comes forward with a lot of elbows, man. And I'm not going to lie, I'm scared for Dom Cruz with those elbows. Because I'm really scared for him because he pivots, gets caught with one of them. Gets caught with one of them. He goes down. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy, but really, I'm not really too worried. I'm worried about him, but I'm more so worried about the leg kicks. I really feel like the leg kicks are going to play a big factor. Cheeto Vera's really not a leg kick heavy guy as it is, but him training with Jason Perillo, as we were talking about earlier with Luke Rockhold and stuff, I would assume they're going to come out with a low calf kick plan. That's just me, off of my opinion. But for Dom Cruz, for him to win this fight, he's truly going to have to mix it up. Him just purely striking with Cheeto, I'm not going to say he's not going to win, but it's going to make the fight closer than what it really should be. If you go back and watch the Jose Aldo fight, Cheeto actually tried to take down Jose Aldo, who I think is the greatest defensive wrestler ever. I don't think we should disagree with that. Literally, like taking down Jose Aldo is like getting, winning the lottery. It's very hard to do. All right. And Jose Aldo was like, "Oh, you want to wrestle?" And he was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna take you back for 3 minutes, and now you're not gonna get up." And let's be honest, Jose Aldo's not the wrestler that Dominic Cruz is. Like, if we're sitting here, I love Jose. He's not the wrestler Dom Cruz is. If Dom Cruz goes out there, he's like, okay, I'm going to wrestle him and take him down. I feel like he can win the fight pretty handedly. I feel like the movement is going to give Cheeto a lot of problems. He has a very, 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 very basic Muay Thai stance. Very flat-footed. It should give him a lot of problems. Like I said, he really doesn't, like go out there and try to finish people. Another thing to note, he was losing to old ass out of his prime Frankie Edgar pretty easily. So, let's not forget that before the front kick. So, I'm going to be honest, bro. I don't like a lot of these things, bro, are going against Cheeto, bro. Stylistically, I feel like this is a worse matchup for Cheeto than it is for Dom Cruz, honestly. I'm going Dom Cruz decision. This should get Dom Cruz into the top 5, possibly set up a O'Malley or Petr Yan fight. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going Dom Cruz. I already know who you're going, but
I'm sorry, bro. So if Dom Cruz wins this fight, bro, honestly, with all due respect, they got to give him a title shot, bro.
No, if Jose beats Rob, he's getting a title.
They got to give him a title shot, bro. No. It's Dom Cruz.
Rob.
It's Dom Cruz, bro. They have to give him a title shot. It's like, and imagine if he wins this fight, because we got to start off with this fight. And let's say they put him in there into a title spot and he wins. That literally solidifies him for like no one is going to touch him.
He's already solidified.
He's solidified, right?
But that's going to leave
you
no
never
doubt.
know. 10 years from now, we don't know. But if he wins it, comes back and wins it at 37, bro.
A third time. Being a three-time champion.
Let me ask you this, Brian. if Jose wins, like, okay, we think Jose deserves this, but we also think Dom Cruz deserves Nah. They do Jose Aldo versus Dom Cruz.
Hey, I do gotta say, both guys have said they are interested in that fight. Bro,
I'm not gonna lie.
Cruz has, and I know Aldo don't know how to say no to a fight. So, but I will say this. If TJ is to beat Aljo, they're 100, and Dom Cruz wins, they're 100% giving him that match. It kind of does scare me a little bit because I'm just like, if that were to happen, I just like, man, please, I need you to win this, Cruz, because I don't want the fucking soy boy beta cucks to be like, oh, TJ is now the GOAT at bantamweight, because that is bullshit. He's a steroid cheat. And yeah. So I can't have that happening, but no. I'm gonna still go with Dom Cruz to win this one, and then hopefully Aljo chokes out TJ's bum ass, and then we won't have to. But even though I would want to see Dom get the title shot, and I think they would only really give him a title shot off this win, unless he were to finish Cheeto, but that's not gonna happen. At least it's very low likely. Cheeto's never been finished, so how crazy MMA shit would that be for his first finish?
Rob Font really landed a strike record on his face, and it looked like he was barely touched, bro.
But I was about to say, I thought you were about to say, let's be real, he was hitting it with fucking pillows.
Yeah, literally. That's true too.
Literally.
Pillow punches from Rob.
That's when Jay was like, he was dominating him. I was
he was outlanding Cheeto, but
when I say dominating, I mean in terms of like outstriking.
Strike totals?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it makes sense. But it's like he was just punching block, essentially, like literally just punching his
Cheeto
block.
was letting him just punch himself out. And I honestly feel like Cheeto had a little something on himself to win by decision. Because he literally, I was yelling at my TV, bro, because I had Cheeto inside the distance. And he was dropping Rob and like taunting him when Rob's eyes were rolled back in the back of his head. And like that 4th and 5th, Rob was like flailing around, getting beat the fuck out of. Yeah. And Cheeto was like, I'm like,
even in the second round,
literally,
bro.
Like it was one of those situations where if he just punches the guard of Rob, they stop it because he's so out of it.
The way he failed.
Yeah, like he fell and was like fucking banned.
I'm pretty sure it was a 6 where he knocked him down. He got up and then he knocked him down again.
Yeah. And then he literally
yeah.
taunted over him instead of finishing him. I was literally like, I think that might be deep down why I want Dom to win this, because Cheeto, you motherfucker, you cost me money because you bet on that fight, you piece of shit.
Cody said like somebody on Twitter in the comment section of Twitter.
It's like, nah, Cheeto, I know you bet on yourself to win by decision, you scum. Nah, I'm playing. I actually do like Cheeto, and people like I like Cheeto. I get why he's a favorite, but minus 250 against a bantamweight goat. I gotta see Dom at least not win a title fight before I can, like, the man is 17-0 in non-title fights. Like,
I said this in one of my videos where, like, Cheeto, he doesn't stand out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, his style is nothing. He could get a finish over Dom, but like winning rounds over Dom, he's really gonna have to commit to those leg kicks, man. They call Dom the decisionator, and people try to use that as an insult. What that really means is if you don't finish this guy, you ain't winning, because he wins rounds. He's gonna outland you. Like, hey man, the decisionator, the dominator. Like, this man has so many 50-45 wins. Like, he goes out there and does not lose a round, bro. Cheeto notoriously gives away rounds. So, and Dom, you have that one sketchy knockout loss to Henry Cejudo, but nobody's ever really put Dom out. So, like, people are acting like Dom isn't legendarily durable. Like, this man doesn't just get knocked out. So people are acting like it's just a given he's going to get knocked out. Let me say this, bro. Yeah. If we're being honest, Cody Garbrandt is probably the fastest and hard hitting 135er. He knocked down Cruz like a good 5 times, and Cruz just got back up every time, bro. So if he's surviving Cody Garbrandt shots, bro,
Cruz is a fucking psychopath, bro. If you listen to this man talk, like, he's very smart, but this man's not only like got the chin for it. It's like there's chin, there's heart, and then there's just like psychopathic fucking like desire to win. Yeah. Like, this man wants to win more than he, like, a lot of people be like, I'm willing to die in there. I'm willing to die. You shut the fuck up. But Don Cruz, when he said that shit on the face-to-face, I'm like, yo, he dead ass means that shit. He would rather die than be dishonored. That's like you can say it's like a knock on his personality, but like the man's ego, he is not fucking down to lose, bro. He's going to go in there and literally fight for your money. So plus 300 for this man who I know is literally willing to go in there and fucking die to win these rounds. Like, I'll take that all day. So I know those were the fights that you are most likely or most, you were most interested in. And I can't blame you. I think the co-main deserves a little shout out because it is going to be a lot of fun. Fucking Nate Landwehr. If you don't know him, dude, that dude's funny as fuck. Like, you got to go on Twitter and watch this man. This man makes like hype videos of him like in the desert, just like, like, he's fucking hilarious, bro. And he also, like, his style is just like nonstop pressure, pace, tries to break you. He's had a couple tough losses because he does kind of just walk into punches. His striking defense is like, eat your shot and I give one back. But, I'm rooting for him. Big underdog. I don't have any money on him. I do think Anama's legit, but I do think that line's a little wide. I'm tempted to throw money on Landwehr plus 550 by decision, but I laid off of it. But I will tell you some of my favorite bets on the card since we kind of went over some of our favorites on the card so far. I do have in the first fight, which is about to start here in a couple minutes, Zalal as a small favorite, minus 125. I just think I get, like, coming off 3 losses, people are fucking kind of jumping off the Zalal train. I actually bet against them in 2 of those losses. So I've kind of faded him in the past, but I think in this one, it's a good matchup for him. Even though his opponent is legit, not a lot of people know him, but he's had some tough fights on the regional scene. I just feel like Zalal, the year off for him is actually going to be good. He's only like 24, 25. He's only going to be making like big growth. So I think Zalal is going to look good in this one. I'm going to take him as a small favorite. I also have, like I said, Cruz by decision. That's one of my favorite bets in the card. Outside of that, I like Boudet as a parlay piece. He's coming in at like a 30-pound weight advantage here. And his opponent just similar style, like brawl heavy and like wants to clinch you up against the cage, mix in a couple takedowns. I don't think he's going to be able to do that to the bigger and just better, stronger, more technical guy. A lot of people don't remember Boudet in his last fight was the one that fought Chris Barnett, and Barnett kind of had that weird back of the head punch and was like, I'm check please. Something's wrong. I can't see. And they were like, technical decision, because they were like, yeah, this is some bullshit. We're going to go ahead and give the decision to Boudet. But yeah, those are some I'm most confident. I also have a little something, like I said, Restrike by sub, Benitez by KO. He's fighting Charlie Ontiveros, who is most known for getting slammed by Kevin Holland and knocked out. Ontiveros, all 8 of his losses are by KO. I think Benitez is going to knock him out most likely in that first round. And then I have a couple of the overs. Ansarov Nunes, like I said, her and Calvillo go to decision. I have the over 2.5 in the Cruz Vera main event. And I like Osborne too. Not as confident in Osborne as I am in Benitez or Boudet, but I do think Ode Osborne should be able to get it done as well. And those are really like my favorite bets. I did tweet them out on Twitter, so if you want to get a look at them, or if you can't, just rewind this video. I did tweet all of them out, so if you want to check that out, you can. With that out of the way, though, Jay, I know we're mostly concentrated on MMA today as the fights are about to begin. What is there any boxing news going on that you want to talk to us about today?
Actually, there's been little to no promotion for it, but Teofimo Lopez is fighting tonight. He's fighting Pedro
I didn't know
Campa.
that till today.
Yeah, he's fighting Pedro Campa at 140. So that's gonna be an interesting fight. Everybody's favorite boxer, one of my favorites, the Can Man, is fighting next weekend, Showtime. Against Omar Figueroa. So that's gonna be a good fight because that fight was supposed to happen like a few years ago, and then it got canceled because AB took some time away. So I'm looking forward to AB winning and then giving another post-fight legendary press conference. It seems to be he's going to be very active. Kind of, I don't know what the way he's going to stay at. Is he going to stay at 140 or 147? That's going to be interesting. Next week, again, little to no promotion, at least down here. I'm pretty sure they've been promoting the fuck out of this fight in like the UK and Saudi Arabia. But obviously, Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua are going to be fighting next weekend. Saudi Arabia, the rematch. Anthony Joshua got a new trainer. Usyk finally out of the Ukraine, and he's back fighting. So that is going to be an extremely interesting fight to see how AJ approaches it. The man is undefeated in rematches, dominating in rematches. So if he can figure out the puzzle of a smaller heavyweight, I think he'll win. And then Tyson Fury he's actually retired this time. Every time he says he retired, he usually keeps the belts. He actually gave up both belts, so that just leads me to believe he's retired. See a lot of people talking about he's retired. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he's really retired. If y'all don't know, he's involved with an Irish mob boss who has like a $10 million bounty on his head. He used to represent Tyson Fury and Darren Till. So I suggest y'all go look that up. I don't want to get too far into it because I don't want the FBI at my front door. But it's a reason why he can't go to the United States and he can't travel and things like that. He can only travel to certain places with permission. So I'm pretty sure that's more than likely why he retired. But other than that, that's pretty much it in boxing. Nothing really too crazy is happening. Like I said, Teofimo Lopez is fighting 140-pound debut. This could set up Regis Pro. If y'all don't know, Regis Prograis is my absolute favorite boxer. This could set up a Prograis and Teofimo Lopez matchup. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And also Caleb Plant did get a fight against Anthony Durrell. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I believe it's actually happening this year. So Caleb Plant coming back after getting pretty much dominated. Getting dominated by Canelo Alvarez. So that's pretty much it for me, man.
Wait. Yeah. You forgot to talk about Ryan Garcia, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Oh, let me tell you. Thank you, bro. I forgot. So, if you don't know, a few weeks ago, Ryan Garcia had a lot to say about the Jake Paul and Hakeem Rockman fight, So, little Jam and me, I just put, hey, didn't you do the same? Well, if you don't know what he said, Ryan Garcia basically was like, you signed the contract. If you know you weren't going to be able to do it, you should never sign the contract. So basically, I was like, but didn't you literally just do that same thing? And it's crazy because he didn't do it once. He did it twice. So he did it twice. And he was basically like, well, that's not in this timeline. In this timeline, I'm active. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, no, that was a 10-8, honestly. I was like, ooh, I'm not even being biased. That was a 10-8.
I'm like,
he was like, well, didn't I get like 2 wins? I'm like, yeah, I respect the fact, classic fighter move, to like be like, well, I won, so what's up? It's like, nah, bro, you did the same exact thing. Don't try to distract us from the fact that you won a couple fights.
And I actually like Ryan, so I didn't want to ratio him too hard. I was like, bro, like I understand you had mental health problems and everything, but you literally signed 2 contracts to fight. These people made a venue and everything, and literally like a month before, you cancel and talk about mental health. Again, nothing wrong with that, but that's being a hypocrite. And basically, my tweet got more likes and retweets than his, so essentially that is a ratio. But I did hear that they actually, like, Ryan Garcia is going all out for the Gervonta Davis fight. The only reason why I don't think it's going to happen, Oscar De La Hoya and, well, Golden Boy Promotions and Mayweather Promotions, they can never seem, they both think they're the A side. So that fight's probably more than likely never going to happen. There's just too many. If it was probably up to Tank and Ryan, they'd probably fight. But it's just too many
Politics.
money hungry people. Yeah, too many politics. That's really one of the main things I don't like about boxing. Just too many politics. Too many people want money. But either than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So
Yeah.
Pride. Well, hold on. Actually, not Pride. It's me. I just want to say this about next week. And I know we're not going over it, but next week, Leon, I saw something that Leon Edwards was actually he's gonna have some type of new coach in his corner. I read something on that. I can't remember what, but I was reading it this morning. So that's gonna be very interesting.
Damn, new coach in Leon's corner. I mean, if that coach is good, he might, make it to the 5th and get 50-45. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I actually think Leon can win that fight, bro.
Oh no, he can win that fight. Yeah. Like Usman, the cage could lock, and then Usman could like trip. Somebody could throw in like a piece of trash, and then Usman could trip on it. And then, I'm kidding. Leon has a chance, but like, I'll be going to the bank with my boy Kamaru Usman, who has literally made me almost $5,000 in like 3 years. I will be betting large sums of money on Kamaru Usman, as always. The only times I haven't bet like a lot of fucking money on Usman is when he fought Colby, but I still bet like 300-400 on him. And I don't typically bet over like 500 on a certain fighter. Like that's like max. Because my units are $100. I'm pretty fucking transparent about that. So 5 units is considered a max bet play. And I don't do that often at all. Meanwhile, I will say Zalal just got a takedown. Let's fucking go, baby! But don't let that distract you from the fact that I will be betting Usman. So spoiler alert, you'll be seeing this time next week, I'll be saying, Usman, go lay your money. Hurry up, because that line's only getting worse. And do I love the line? No, of course not. Is Leon somebody I love betting minus 350 against? No, not at all. But Usman, bro, like, he's just built a little diffy. Yeah, like, Leon could catch him. He could catch him with something, but puncher's chance, bro, like, if you're going to tell me that, like, one guy's chance is basically landing a big shot and the other guy is going to be the one who's going to win all the rounds. I mean, I genuinely think Usman can, like, I think their striking's pretty damn close. I give a small, well, that completely depends on the line, Southpaw Panda. You don't just bet fights based on who you think is going to win. You got to find value on the line. Plenty of times I bet on fighters who I think are going to lose a fight based on the line. You got to take the line and then do the math. And if you can't do it in your head, you can do it right online, Google it. Probability wise, if Usman came in minus 350 against Khamzat, would I bet him? Yes. I would. If he was minus 500, if he was minus, the good thing about that is when he fights Hamzat, the Kajis are going to come out, and I'm going to get Usman at like minus. I still think he's going to be a decent favorite because there's a lot of smart guys out there like me that are going to be hammering that money line. But I think Usman, is there a line out there for a future between those two? If there's not, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Usman's still going to be like minus 200, minus 250. But I will be laying some good solid money on that, yes. It's going to be a 5-round fight. Hamzat has a chance to finish him in like the first round. And other than that, bro, I mean, he was struggling to get Gilbert Burns down. Gilbert Burns is a lightweight, a bloated lightweight. Usman is the biggest welterweight in the division besides Hamzat. And that size is going to work against him, bro, because Usman don't get tired. Hamzat does get tired. We've seen it. We've seen it. And that shit where he just goes, oh, fuck it, I'm having trouble getting this guy down, so I'm just going to brawl. Yeah, go ahead and do that with Kamaru Usman. You're going to be waking up staring at the lights. People acting like he can't sleep, Hamzat, bro. I'm like, yo, Hamzat might go smack to sleep. There's a reason why Hamzat and his camp are out here taking Nate Diaz fights, all right? Now,
I'm going to be honest.
He openly said it. Him and his coach openly said the UFC gave him the option, Colby or Nate. He chose Nate. If he had the confidence that he was going to be, and now I get it. Don't get me wrong. It's business. Nate is a much easier matchup for probably more money. And even if it's not more direct money, it's more money on the long term as far as you're going to get more fans. You're going to get more followers on Instagram if you beat Nate. Right. So I get it. But don't act like Colby don't have a solid. If they would have made that fight a 5-round fight between Colby and Hamzat, I'm betting money on Colby. There's two people I'll bet against Hamzat on: Colby and Usman. So
I know a lot of people don't like Colby, and I tend to agree. But bro, outside of Usman, he's the second best welterweight, bro.
And he's
like
proven
if we're being honest. Like people were talking about Luque. Look what's happening to Luque now. People talking about Burns. I mean, look at Burns, bro. Like, dude's the second best. If Usman wasn't champion, bro, he ain't no more than likely he would be champion right now. But I saw somebody ask about Luke Rockhold, and I talked about this earlier before we started. I'm picking Luke Rockhold to win. I'm not gonna lie. I just like his chances against Paulo Costa. Giving him a very favorable matchup against someone who cannot. I'm not gonna say
talking about next week. We talking about next week, card.
Doesn't. Oh no, he don't fight this week. But somebody asked. I'm sorry though.
Yeah, Luke Rockhold and Costa. Yeah, they're fighting next week. I mean, we are at the fan questions portion of the event. So whatever you guys are talking about, I know I did see some people talking about that. So I mean, I think Luke has all the skills to win that fight. It's just like, can he keep that goddamn lead hand discipline so he doesn't get rocked with a fourth straight lead hook? Now, it was kind of a straight left that hurt him as well against Jan, but I think it was still that hook. That I'd have to go back and watch it. But yeah, he got hit by a couple big heavy shots, and I mean that is Jan, and Luke looked slow at 205, bro. He looked so muscle bound, like he looked slow. But I think at 185, man, Luke is one of the most talented middleweights of all time. But Costa, boy, that man hits like a truck. The real question is Costa going to make weight? Because I have a feeling Luke's going to end up having to be, is he going to take a fight with Costa at like 190 when he can't make weight? Because I don't think Costa has the motivation to really cut down to 185 anymore. I mean, literally after what I saw him do against Vettori, I'll be rooting against him forever because what he did to fucking Vettori was so criminal. Bro, he actually made me a fan of Vettori.
He didn't even try to cut. He was like, yeah, I'm not going to.
My man hit him with that's your problem. I'm like, what? What, bro? You fucking troll. What are you talking about? You signed a contract to make 185. And then when they ask you why you're not making 185, he's like, well, why doesn't he just fight me at 195? It's like, because it's not the contracted weight.
And still lost.
And then still got dominated for 5 rounds.
I would have had more respect for him if he attempted to cut weight, but like a week away, he basically told him, like, yeah, I'm not making the weight. Y'all either move the fight up to light heavyweight or I'm not fighting. Take it or leave it.
No,
didn't he move it up and then move it up higher?
Yeah, he moved it up twice.
Yeah.
First, he said he was going to be like 195, I think. and then they straight up made it a 205 fight. Like, I don't know, bro. Costa seems like I always think that people exaggerate when they talk about like as the law has the back right now. And I'm trying not to be distracted. He's just choking my boy out. But anyways, no fucking. People always like throw around, oh, so and so broke him, oh, so and so broke him. But I genuinely think Izzy kind of broke Costa, bro. Like he had that undefeated fighter mentality, and then after he like suffered a loss, and not only a loss, but like that wasn't like, it's one thing you get KO'd in the first round. It's one thing you go in there and you get submitted or something like early on in a fight. But when you just get thoroughly dominated like that at your own game, when you get thoroughly outstruck as a striker, you kind of sit back and say, damn, I'm never going to be champion. Yeah. Like, I'm never really going to be number one. And that fucks with a lot of these guys' head. And I think somebody like Costa it derailed the fuck out of him. But so he could definitely knock Luke out.
Marcus said Costa is not broke. Stop it. But I mean, you got to look at the things that he's done. And the things like, I feel like he changed his whole persona after he lost to Izzy.
He's become like a troll, and it's funny. I love it. But first the whine excuse, and then like, oh, I wasn't taking the fight seriously, and then it was missing weight by 20 pounds. It's like everything he's done since Izzy wrecked him has just been like red flag after red flag.
Yeah, literally went his whole career without missing weight. And then after Izzy, he just drops off and it's just like, yeah, I'm not making weight. Like, I don't know. I really think, bro, that dude with the white glasses, bro, I don't like him. I just think it's just too many. Yeah, bro, I don't like him, bro. I think it's just too many yes men, bro. Honestly, Costa has some big shots against who has like meatball hit. I mean,
Vittori definitely.
Yeah, I mean, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. He still had to go up 20 pounds for that fight.
Yeah, I mean, Vittori won me as a fan for life after that, bro.
Vittori actually said he was like 188 the week leading up to that. So Vittori had to cut weight, and then basically the week before the fight is like, yeah, you know what, that weight cut you having, yeah, don't worry about it. Now you got to gain 20 more pounds. Like as much as that is a disadvantage for Costa, is a disadvantage for Tory too, because he has to regain all that weight that he lost.
Oh no, I know firsthand. Like I'm telling you, bro, like that Costa, that bullshit that Costa pulled was so fucking like, dude, that's a straight up handicap. He went into a match, Vittori did, handicapped. Costa was probably 240 in there, bro, or 230. Bro, he was dead ass 230 in there, bro. The fact that he couldn't get lower than like 205, and you know what he walks around? He walks around like 235. I'm telling you, he wanted to fucking cheat. He knew he needed a win. He was scared to lose back to back or lose after that Izzy fight. And this man like wanted to do whatever it took to get that dub.
Yeah.
That was a bad matchup for him. Vittori is durable as all hell, but yeah.
Oh, honestly, that's a good question. Probably John. Oh,
a UFC fight, I'm assuming you mean?
Yeah. John and Francis for me.
Big peso in the chat, by the way. Yeah, that's definitely up there. Yeah, I'm trying to go down the weight classes. I mean, welterweight's definitely like, I mean, Usman Hamzat would be cool. One, because I'm going to make a good amount of money when Usman pulls that out for me. But that's definitely be up there for me. Obviously, Islam and Charlie's way up there. Charlie Olives. That's way up there for sure. Maybe seeing an Alex Volkanovski lightweight debut. That would be up there. I'm not going to lie. We talked about it earlier. Aldo Cruz. I'm not going to lie, bro.
Chill.
Literally the bantamweight GOAT and the featherweight GOAT going at it, bro. Like, woo. Well, okay, let's put a little respect on Alex. I hate to say it, but I don't know if you can say it. I mean, Aldo, 10 years of dominance. Volkanovski, I mean, as far as technique, like Volkanovski is the best featherweight of all time. Aldo is the most accomplished / you could say greatest. But like, you know, if Alex gets another like 1-2 title defenses, or if he goes up to lightweight, even though typically I think the double champ thing is like overrated, this would be a situation if he were to go up and beat fucking Makhachev or fucking Charles Oliveira. That would be like the most impressive double champ we've ever seen.
Honestly, I think Islam is an easier fight for him than Charles. I'm being honest.
It's tough because Islam would have a lot
Yeah.
of size on him, like a lot of size. But yeah, I honestly think both matchups are pretty tough for him. As good as I do think Alex Volkanovski is, I think he's legit. You could make an argument he's pound for pound number one. I mean, I still think Usman's there, but you can make an argument that Alex is.
What do you think,
about
Conor
you guys
McGregor?
for this one?
Conor McGregor, probably like Alex Hernandez. Somebody unranked, an easy win.
Honestly, I could see them throwing him in there with RDA because RDA just got finished, and that'd be like a good comeback fight with Conor. Or Tony, I could see that fight as well.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I really feel like him versus Gaethje, that favors Conor more than Gaethje.
Yeah, you're tripping. Gaethje gonna kick the fuck out of that leg.
I'm sorry. Titanium shin bone.
Yeah, I don't know. I know you're trolling, but just for the people in the chat that don't know about that, I train with people who have injuries like that. Or like, I've trained with people throughout the years who have injuries like that, like even just like titanium in their elbow or like fucking forearm or something. It's the opposite of like titanium.
Yeah.
It's literally like fucking, if he's to check a leg kick with that leg, it's his whole shit's gonna feel twice as bad. The inflammation is gonna grow twice as fast. Like you literally feel like a vibration. There is no like advantage for having fucking titanium.
Yeah. It's not like that the RDC skit when the dude get hit in the chin and he's just like eating like, nah, bro, it don't work like that. But honestly, bro, Gaethje, you gotta think about it, bro. He comes forward, zero technique. He just comes out there and throws against someone like Conor.
Well, see, I could see him being more cautious versus Conor. He would definitely be more cautious. And he knows Conor is susceptible to low kicks. He would kick the living fuck out of Conor leg, bro.
You know what still makes me mad to this day? He literally does. He fought against Tony. For his Tony Ferguson fight is probably his best fight. Because that's the fight that he was probably the most technical, the most calm. And then after Tony, he's just like, yeah, I'm just going back to brawling Justin Gaethje. He's like, bro, come on, bro. Like, you could have did that against Tony, gave Tony an easy win, bro. But, instead, you got to do that. But you're not gonna talk
that would have been nice. That fight never happened, though.
That fight never happened.
That fight shouldn't have happened, respectfully, bro.
I know. I was so, as a Tony stan, I was so scared that whole fight week. I was like, God damn it, bro. This is going to be bad.
When he dropped him at the end of the second round, we got this in the bag.
Like, he technically won because Justin got saved by the bell. I did, Justin did admit he went to sleep there for a second. He was like, I was definitely unconscious for a second. He said that in the post fight. So, technically Tony by KO second round.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, I think Tony, bro, a lot of people, bro, I think Tony can make a run. He just has to, bro. He has to get to like a good gym, bro. I'm
sorry, man. I'm the biggest Tony fucking Ferguson fan
I
there
think
is,
he can
but
make
it's
a
just
run,
not
bro.
happening, man. MMA is savagely. This is a heartbreaking sport, bro. And as much as technical as he is, as fucking, as skilled and as much heart and fucking durability and all that shit that this man has, he just, bro, like we talked about earlier, he's like what, 39 at lightweight, like. It's probably not going to happen, man.
Sorry,
but could he get a couple wins there if he gets a little bit of a step down? Is there some chaos in the chat right now that I'm not seeing?
Nah, jawbreaker. You see the message. I think my man just lost his mind.
I think that's an absolute horrible matchup for Tuivasa because he's a brawler and then he's taking on a guy who's just bigger, stronger, just honestly more technical. I don't know if you can say that. But I do think the Francis that fought Stipe, man, if that Francis comes out, bro, like, I don't know who's beating that guy, bro.
John Jones.
Other than John Jones. But honestly, at this point, I still pick Francis, man.
Yeah. Bro,
so
I've been
going up to a new weight and all that. Like, but go on.
Dana came out and said that John Jones is actually ready to fight. They're waiting on Stipe. Like, Stipe doesn't know what he wants to do. So it's kind of like, bro, if Stevie don't want to fight, just give him the winner of Cyril. Well, give him Cyril Gane because let's be honest, Cyril, like Tuivasa is not beating Cyril Gane.
I mean, hey, you could catch him with something and knock him out, but that's really his only chance. Yeah,
that's his only
puncher's chance, like we talked about earlier. Yeah. But the line is set for only having a puncher's chance. I mean, Cyril Gane's like 5-1.
Yeah,
I got Cyril Gane just literally outplaying him for 25 minutes.
Yeah. But what do you guys think of?
We can answer this last one. I guess we can get up out of here. think this is going to go off on Nate versus
Hamza
Hamza
and Nate.
Chimaev. I mean, I
I'm
think
gonna
this
be
is pretty
honest.
self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's pretty
Start it off,
sad.
Jay.
Yeah, if I'm Nate, me personally, I would love to see this. Sorry if you wasted your money on the pay-per-view, if you wasted tickets to see the fight. But I would personally, because if you really look at this card, this is a horrible card. And I think they're doing this on purpose because this is Nate's last fight. He's getting pay-per-view points off of this. So they're like, okay, we're gonna give you literally the worst pay-per-view. So
I mean, it literally looks like a boxing card. There's one fight, and all the other fights are fucking terrible.
Exactly.
They literally have people that I haven't heard of on the main card. And when I haven't heard of a fighter, you know that's bad. And it really makes my job hard because I'm going to have to go back there and watch a bunch of fight tape on people who would barely even cut it to be in the UFC, let alone on a UFC main card. But yeah, man, I mean, I feel you, dude. You know exactly what the UFC's doing. They said, it makes literally no sense. Hamzat's ranked like 3.
He's ranked number 3.
It's like, what? It's like, be less obvious. I get he rocked the boat. So they're like, we're going to give you the worst stylistic matchup possible. Like, literally, we've seen Nate struggle against fucking actual welterweights. So let's give him a middleweight. And then we've seen him struggle against big wrestlers. Let's give him the most, powerful wrestler. Like, obviously, we can't give him a title shot against Usman. So we're going to give him, the next worst matchup. I mean, I guess you could argue Colby. Literally, those might be the only worst matchups. But even this one's worse because, if you lose to Colby, he's probably just going to wrestle fucking for 25 minutes. And then Nate can be like, well, that's why I'm going to boxing, this and that. But, this one, Hamza could end up, he could
Hamza, bro, when his grounded pound, bro, he's not there to, just lay on you, bro.
But I will say, now, obviously, the line is fucking wide as fuck, and I got Hamza all day. But
800, bro. Plus 800.
You don't want to be betting some shit like that against Nate, bro, because that man is never gonna quit unless a cut gets bad enough for them to stop that fight, bro. We know Nate can go 25 hard minutes. We also said earlier Hamza slows down. If Hamza goes in there smart and he says, "Okay, I'm going to wrestle this guy. I'll try to finish him, but if I can, I'm just going to wrestle him, win the fight," then he's going to win easily. If he goes in there and says, "I'm going to fucking make a highlight reel on this fucking stoner guy," or whatever he calls them, "I'm going to knock him out," and he goes out there and swings for the bleachers in the first 2 rounds and punches himself out, I could easily see, I won't say easily, but I could see him gassing out and Nate finishing him. Yeah. I mean, I remember 6 years ago when everybody told me I was crazy for saying Nate was going to beat Conor, and they fucking slept on Nate, and he came in as like a 4-1 underdog. And then sure enough, Conor went in there and said, "I'm going to make a highlight reel, knock this dude out." If you go in there and try to make a highlight reel out of Nate Diaz, you're going to get tired and he's going to beat you. Mm-hmm. So if Hamza goes in there smart, he wins easy. If he goes in there trying to go viral, he might end up with a bad night. But I'm assuming you're probably gonna be along a similar thought with us. Do you give me any chance?
Right, pretty much. And I mean, since we kind of all know what each other going to say, let me ask you guys this question, man. So obviously this isn't in Nate's character, but would you be upset? And a chat too, you can answer this question as well. Nate goes in there, ding, ding, ding. Well, that's boxing, but they start the round, and Nate just taps and just leaves.
I wouldn't be mad at
boss
that.
move.
I would. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Okay.
Honestly, I wouldn't, because you got to think about it. Like I mentioned earlier, they're literally giving him the worst pay-per-view, so he doesn't get any pay-per-view points. They're giving him a worse stylistic matchup, and literally they've been prolonging him being released because every time they try to give him a fight, he says they try to give him a new contract, and he just keeps turning it down, and they keep giving it to him. So they're pretty much just prolonging other business moves. So I would.
That would be fucking sick if he did that. Yeah, bro. Oh
but I don't think Nate is just cutting weight and putting time in a training camp. That's just not Nate's character.
Nah, he's too much of a fucking fighter to do it.
Yeah,
but man, oh my god, just the fact that it's a pay-per-view, so they'd probably have to give out a bunch of refunds. Oh, that would be fucking beautiful.
He'd flip everybody off, and then he'd go fight Jake Paul, knock him out.
And oh my god, that's what dreams. I just fell asleep and woke up in a dream, and Oh my god, that sounds like literal music to my ears. Unfortunately, I don't think Nate is gonna do something like that. But my god, that'd be beautiful. Even if he didn't do it that obvious, even if he just like, fuck, I don't know, just anything like that, just
Pull the
like
bicep. He just pulls a bicep. The first punch, he just goes down and like
goes down, yeah, and then he's like, oh, what? Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I do think Hamzat will get it done. It sucks, man. It's like I get it, man. Not everybody. Nate is gonna be a love or hate him type of character, but man, this man has put in fucking 20 goddamn years into the sport. Fucking blood, sweat, and tears. He's literally been fighting since he was like 16, bro. Like he deserves better. It's fucked up, and it's and him and Nick have been getting fucked over their whole career. So to end it like this after all the blood, sweat, tears, and money that he has given them, it's pretty fucked up. So I'd love to see the UFC eat a dick on this one, but as much of a UFC fan as I am, I'm sorry. I'd love to see him get the last laugh, but unfortunately, it's a ruthless sport, and I think Nate's probably gonna go out like most in his shoes do. But we'll see.
I wish him the best, though, man. I honestly wish him the best. But that's gonna be it for us. We pretty much covered everything, and the card is on right now. So if you want to go ahead, swing over to ESPN. Go ahead, watch that card, man. Don't let me catch you on the Streamies and all these other streaming services, man. Go pay that $7.99 a month.
ESPN Plus.
They just charged my account like 2 days ago. Even though I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I click a link because then I can see the corner audio or see the corner, especially when I'm doing live bets. Like, how am I gonna get less content for money and more content for free?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'm not gonna lie, if I'm trying to make live bets, I literally minimize the one I'm paying for and open up the fucking stream because then I can literally see the fucking corners. I don't understand how that works. Like, let me pay an extra $5 so I can get the corners. What'd you say?
No, I said Dana White said, "I beg your pardon."
Yeah. Dana's in my fucking DMs right now. But nah, I just I hate not being able to see the corner of the walkouts. But hey. Fuck, I could go on and on, but I appreciate you guys watching, man. For Pride, Jay, I did tweet out my bets at Cody MMA, at Cody Dank on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to come through, I'm live for the fights today and always. I'm always doing fight companions on Twitch, and I do
live right now
on YouTube every week. Right. Appreciate you guys for having me, Pride and Jay.
For sure,
man. You already know what time it is with me. If you go ahead and just type in GMMA in your search bar real quick and just hit that big red button that says subscribe, it would be much appreciated. It's free. Y'all here paying for OnlyFans, Porn Premium, and all these other sites. Might as well just go ahead. It's free. Might as well. For all of us, you might as well. But again, bro, I just appreciate this, man. Opportunity as always, bro. And yeah, it's pretty much it.
And I shout out Bane from wherever he is currently located, man. Wasn't able to make it today. Hey, what's the saying? One monkey don't stop no show or something like that. So it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. And there's definitely a vibe, definitely a W. So appreciate y'all boys. Appreciate everybody that pulled up in the chat. And again, we'll be back next week. So be sure to turn on notifications and hopefully we get Bane back tomorrow. I mean not tomorrow, but next week. And I think we should. But that's it, y'all. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, enjoy the card, and have a good rest of your day. Peace.